Are you doing a movement analysis, a body fat test, or some other form of consultation in your intros? How's it going, you guys? I'm Jeff Burlingame, professional mentor for Two Brain Business here on the Two Brain Business YouTube channel. And I'm here to tell you why you need to stop doing all those things I just talked about. We're gonna get to that in a second. Before we do, if you like the content, if you're looking for more videos to help you move closer to wealth and improve yourself as an entrepreneur and an individual overall, this is the right channel for you. Consider subscribing, smash the like in this video, ring that notification bell so you can see when we drop more content. Now, I realize what I'm saying makes me sound crazy, but hear me out. You need to stop doing workouts, body fat tests, and assessments or movement analysis during your intros. Here at Two Brain Business, we teach all of our mentees, whether they're in ramp up, growth, or tinker, how to do what we call the no sweat intro. Now, as one would assume, a no sweat intro includes no sweat, meaning we don't work out. There's no movement analysis. There's no body fat tests. There's none of that, or there should not be. Maybe you're a Two Brain mentee right now and you are still doing those things. I hear you, I understand, and we're gonna talk about it. So here's the deal. I want you to put yourself in the shoes of your prospects. Now let's start with the assessment. I think that's the easiest one to think about, and then we'll go body fat test, and then we'll talk about that workout. So for the assessment, if you put yourself into the shoes of the prospect, how do you feel that comes across? You show up, you know this is obviously a sales appointment. I mean, consumers are smart. They know what's going on. So you show up to a sales appointment. I'm here to be sold. And you, the salesperson, you're going to have the gall to test me? I have to test my way into this facility, to test my way into this business. I have to pass a test or fail a test and spend money with you now? How does that feel? How does that look? How is that interpreted by this person? I want you to really deeply think about that for a second. Now let's say you're a coach of many, many years and you believe that doing this assessment is required because you need to know where this person is starting at in order to better or more appropriately design a custom program for them. I get it. I hear where you're coming from. But is this the right time? Is this the appropriate point in the client journey for you to test them? Or would that be day one after they've signed up? Are you just using the assessment to show them what they cannot do so that you can talk to them about what they will be able to do? Because you don't need to do an assessment to do that, and that's what we're talking about. The assessment does one thing and one thing only. The assessment will beat this person up mentally. It is going to make them feel bad about what they cannot do. It's essentially here to lower their self-esteem, and that is not ideal. We want them to be in a good place when it comes to making high-ticket sales. Telling someone that they suck at something is not the best way to develop or establish a relationship and trust with this individual, and consequently, relationship and trust is what's required to make a sale. So what we're saying is the assessment should be gone. That is something that you need to do session one, day one, after they've signed up. That's when it's appropriate. That's when it's expected. Not when like, hi, nice to meet you. All right, today we're gonna do a little functional movement screening. I'm gonna have you perform a squat. Ooh, geez, oh wow, your knees cave in. That's really not good for you. I bet your knees feel bad, don't they? Oh, your butt's tucking out. I don't know why I'm doing like a Canadian accent, but like you guys get it. So we're just picking them apart. We're pulling them to pieces. It's not okay, right? So what I'm asking you to do is stop doing the assessment. Let's move on. Body fat tests. Why would we not do a body fat test? Why would we not want an objective data point? I'll give you a story that will explain this, and maybe we'll understand. Again, put yourself in the shoes of the consumer here. I had a client who was training with us for a while. This is way after they even signed up. And we just got a brand new InBody. Nice, fancy bioelectrical impedance device that will give you body fat. It gives you a nice printout. It does skeletal muscle mass. It does all those things. Great, great piece of equipment. I love it. However, we didn't ask this person, this particular client, if she was okay with doing this. We just assumed everybody wanted this or needed this information, and we asked her to do it. Now, we didn't force her. I didn't have like a cattle prod and I was like, let's go, get on this thing. No, I said, hey, let's get some objective data so that we can use this as a data point going forward. We can show you your progress visually. How's that sound? She said, I guess that's fine. And then I said, all right, here we go. We hop on the device, we get the printout. Here's what happened. She saw the numbers and she quit her session early, left, called me later, and demanded a refund for the month, quit her personal training, all because she said, I have some sort of a mental block when it comes to seeing those numbers. When I see them and I see they don't make the progress at the rate in which I want them to, I get extremely upset. And that's what happened today. And I will say she was quite a bit more angry than how I'm sharing this with you right now. So you can picture the scene. She was very upset, very disgruntled, not happy about it. Now, imagine, if you will, the first time I'm meeting you, the first time we get together, you're gonna say, get on this device or hold this device, and I'm essentially gonna score your body fat. I'm gonna show you where you land. Think about a nice way to present body fat to someone. Mr. Jones, you're a 25.6% body fat. It's kind of in the poor range for your age. It's something we definitely want to work on. Can you think of a nicer way to say that? You're going to say it's not good. There's no nice way to say it. No matter what, I don't care what words you came up with. You made up some terms. You made a nice looking chart. There's no red and orange in there. It's different colors, purple and green, whatever. It doesn't matter. There's no nice way of saying that. And again, we need Mr. or Mrs. Jones in a good headspace in order to help them sign up. It's not about beating them up. I tend to avoid negative sales tactics. They're not ideal. They're not a great way to start a relationship. So I'd highly recommend you save the body fat for session 1. And based on my experience and my lesson learned, I would recommend that you ask permission after explaining what the test is, how it will work, the numbers they will see, and how it might help in their fitness journey, and then let them decide, give them the option, yes or no, if they want to do this. Highly recommend that all the time. Not everybody cares about body fat. I get that you might, because you're a coach, that makes sense. But not every person coming through your business cares about it. A lot of these individuals care about what they see in the mirror, what they see on a scale instead, maybe circumference measurements, maybe none of that. Maybe just how their jeans fit. You don't know unless you ask. One question you could add to your No Sweat intro that I find highly valuable is you could ask how they define progress. Mrs. Jones, if you don't mind me asking, how do you define the progress that you make? Are you concerned with your weight or body fat or what you see in the mirror or how your clothes fit or the inches around your waist? What is it? Or is it something else that I haven't mentioned? Would you mind sharing that with me? That can be extremely helpful and eye-opening. And once you know what that is, you now know what you have to measure. And I gotta say, I highly doubt that even 4 out of 10 people you meet with care about body fat at all. So finally, let's get to this workout. Why wouldn't we do a workout? Doesn't everybody need a trial? Don't they need to, feel what the workouts are like? Don't they need to experience working with a trainer? The answer is no. And I'll go back to a video I already put out on the channel that you guys may have seen, which is stop doing gym tours. You don't need to do a gym tour. Nobody cares about the equipment in your gym. And likewise, they don't care how the work is done. They care what is done for them. So it's more important during a No Sweat intro to help a person visualize what their life will become, how their life will change for the better, what they're gonna look like, feel like, etc., in the context of what matters to them. So for example, if Mrs. Jones says she wants to fit into a pair of jeans that have been in the back of her closet for about 5 years that she hasn't even touched, then we're visualizing that. Mrs. Jones, how's it gonna feel when you slide those jeans on for the first time? What are you gonna do? Where are you gonna go? How awesome is that gonna be? And we're smiling and we're happy. And it's positive because positive sales tactics work. Versus doing a workout. How are we gonna make that positive? Could we have fun with it? Sure. But if you guys are doing workouts, and be honest with yourself here, how often have you encountered the ex-athlete, ex-CrossFitter that took 6 months to 2 years off, and you put them through, a baseline CrossFit workout, just easy, basic stuff. Maybe you don't own a CrossFit gym. Whatever gym you own, whatever workout you do, how often have you encountered the individual who wants to push themselves or is so severely deconditioned that it doesn't matter what they do, that they lose all color and get nauseous or throw up? Right? I get a lot of them where, they just get kind of sick to their stomach, but then a lot of them will actually throw up. Now, granted, once in a while that actually works for the benefit where they're like, whoa, I'm out of shape. Definitely need this. Most of the time, if a person throws up, even if you could salvage that sale, you're extending the time of the sale. It's now going to take you 20 to 30 minutes because you have to have this person recover. So you got them laying on their back, their feet up in the air. I can't tell you how many times I've done this, you guys. It's absolutely insane. Probably 100 to 150 times in my career, I have pushed a person to the point, without intending to, of throwing up or almost throwing up. And I've had to have them go feet up on a box, full recovery, get them a Gatorade. I've handed out so many Gatorades and stuff like that. It doesn't even matter if they're somewhat conditioned. Severely deconditioned, even worse. I might just get them on a bike, they pedal for 5 minutes and they're about to pass out. That's it, that's all it took. So what I'm saying here is you don't need to do the workout to make this sale, so don't. It takes extra time. It's not ideal. You can't control everything that's going on. You don't know what this person ate or didn't eat. That was almost always the problem, by the way, is they never ate enough. They'd come in and be like, 3 hours ago, I ate a banana. I should be good. Wrong. So you can't control that. What you can control is a nice, easy, no sweat conversation at a table. And that happens to also be the best environment for a blossoming relationship and trust, which is what you need in order to sell high value packages. So do me a favor, do yourself a favor. Stop doing assessments, stop doing body fat, and stop doing workouts at your no sweat intro. Keep it no sweat. Also, don't do a gym tour. Go back to that video if you need a refresher course on it. All right, you guys, hopefully this video was helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching. If it was, be sure to subscribe to the channel, smash the like on this video, and ring that notification bell so you can see when we drop more content. Thanks again, and we'll see you on the next video.